So welcome to All Powers from Within. My name is Ishwar. I help people expand their consciousness and accomplish any goal beyond their wildest dreams. Now in this video I'd like to touch a topic that is coming up quite a lot among the wannabe inspirer law of attraction community. That is, people are putting quite a lot of emphasis on the idea that you're what is around the narrative. I mean, there's social media, there's certain different means by which obviously we get programmed in certain ways, but it is about just not getting programmed to shoot for the goals that you would expect. Like, I'm talking of the cases where you happen to achieve it and then you still say, is this all there is? And people are coming up with funny terms such as Instagram goals and stuff like that. Sometimes you might get an inspiration from people just for the sake of, you didn't realize you enjoyed something as you went along with them, you practiced something, or you for the first time you went to maybe a tropical island, whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to say thou shalt not envy and so on. But rather than that, people kind of losing momentum, I would say there's two other very important components which are often, if not always, overlooked. One of them is that it has to become a natural part of your identity, in the sense that you don't fall off. If you happen to have not a real burning desire and therefore you happen to just get swayed by whatever it is, not because you lack momentum, not because you lack willpower. It's simply, and many people might even tell you willpower doesn't work. It's just the vision, it's a pull that you create. But rather than that, it has become so strong, such a solid part of your identity that you wouldn't even consider plan B or even falling off. And the second part, I would say, is that you are, being swayed is almost natural nowadays. Obviously if there's some kind of like an obsession where you would, stay, that's the only thing, like it's a goal that's bigger than yourself and you're just living for it. That's different. But sometimes, like short-term, intermediate goals, some people get just drifted off a little bit. So one, besides all the reminders that you can use and anchors you can create, I would say mainly the NLP anchor is a fantastic technique. More than that, even more important, I would say an additional tip is that your reminder has to be something, it becomes a part of your routine to such an extent that you naturally start saying that in a sentence or an affirmation just before you are falling off to sleep. And that has to be the drowsier you are. I mean, everybody knows their own, how long it takes them to fall asleep, etc. But you got to literally find that sweet spot in between the drowsiness. You don't need alpha state. If you really don't try or don't trust in hypnosis and all these things, alpha state is great, but if you don't want to, just that sweet spot between drowsiness and you're about to fall asleep, that's the sweet spot where you would seal the deal and then just let go of it. And as long as you persist holding the vision, you will get there. Okay, I hope it makes sense, and I know it's somewhat abstract and generic, but if you're really struggling to manifest, you know what I'm talking about. So also comment down below if you have any other secret weapon under your sleeve, or you'd like to share it with people to help them manifest quicker and so on. And like and subscribe, and talk to you soon. God bless.